Your garden bursting with veggies. Chef Nicole is here with a great way to wrap them up into a sandwich that the whole family will enjoy.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Taste of the Ozarks. I have an awesome late summer sandwich for you. This one is absolutely delicious. It's awesome if you're meal prepping or packing lunches for work, or if you're going on a road trip or just want to try a fun new sandwich. So let's go ahead and get started by talking about our ingredients. We are going to take a focaccia. Really, any focaccia you want is just fine. They've got a lot of different flavors of them out there, but we are looking for a larger piece of bread overall here. Now, your focaccia is just one sheet of bread, right? Which typically a sandwich has a top and a bottom. So we're gonna wanna cut this in half, and I am using a bread knife. Focaccia is a little tough on the outside, but it's definitely tender on the inside. So if you try and use a regular knife, you're just definitely gonna squash this. If you are buying it from a bakery, you could ask them to cut it in half for you if you don't have a bread knife, but a bread knife is also a pretty economical tool to buy for your kitchen if you need to. And again, we're trying to get as even as we can with the top and the bottom here, but if we have a little unevenness, it's really not gonna do anything to destroy our sandwich. So get all the way through there. And then we are going to brush the top and the bottom of this with some olive oil because we're gonna grill this bread. First of all, we're trying to make it so that it doesn't get mushy when we put our ingredients on it, especially if we're gonna keep it in the fridge overnight. And then secondly, it just adds a really nice flavor. So we've got our olive oil on. We're gonna brush this back and forth. And then you're gonna put this on a hot grill. You want about 350 to 400 degrees to grill this on. And you're just gonna grill it until you have some nice grill marks. So we'll set this one aside. And I'll show you the one that we grilled ahead of time. So you can see we're nice and golden brown. There's a little bit of darker around the edges, which is totally fine. But this is exactly what you're looking for here. And then let's talk about our toppings and our spreads. So we're gonna use some sun-dried tomatoes. You do want the sun-dried tomatoes that are in oil. That's important because that's gonna help you get some good flavors that you're looking for in there. And then we are gonna make just a little bit of pesto mayonnaise. So about a tablespoon of pesto and about a third cup of mayonnaise. Get this good and stirred around in there. Pesto mayonnaise is actually one of my favorites. I like to just keep this around. So if you end up making too much, it's great to go on sandwiches later. And then we've got some grilled vegetables here. I just did some zucchini, some portobello mushrooms, and some red bell peppers. If you will cut these up and marinate them in a little bit of Italian dressing and then just grill these until they get some nice char marks on it, they will have absolutely delightful flavor. And then lastly, we're gonna put a little bit of fresh mozzarella in here. If you decide you wanna add some meat to this, by all means, go for it. It's entirely what your taste is in your sandwich. But we're gonna start with our sun-dried tomatoes as our base here. And we do want a little bit of the oil in this, but not a ton. We really mostly want the tomatoes with a little bit of that flavor. All right, now that we've got those spread out, we're gonna put on our fresh mozzarella. I like to get the pre-sliced stuff. You certainly don't have to, but I would recommend it. It takes a step out of the process for you. All right, and then on to our grilled veggies here. Put down some grilled zucchini. If you've got zucchini or yellow squash in the garden, you can use either one kind of interchangeably. Grilled purple onion is really delicious on this as well. It's really just whatever your preference is, and honestly, it can be also whatever came out of your garden. You know, mushrooms have that umami flavor that can often replace the flavor profile of meat in your sandwich. So if you are trying to cut back on meat or you just want a veggie sandwich, this is a great one for that. All right, and then we are going to spread some of our pesto mayo across the top here. This is a great one to pack up and take with you to go. Flip over and put our top on here. And then you do kind of want to press this down pretty good. And then we are going to cut this by 3 across. And then right down the middle. And we will just place these delicious looking sandwiches right onto our tray here. And you can see all the layers and delicious flavors that are in there. I mean, it really is just a fantastic sandwich in terms of flavor profile. Put these last two on the top here. And there you go. You have a delicious summer vegetable sandwich. Comes together really quickly, stores really well in the refrigerator or for travel. give it a try, and we'll see you guys next time on Taste of the Ozarks.